Tape is brought to you by Dave & Buster's, the only place to eat, drink, play, and watch sports.
You can look at the reach, 71 to 76. AJ Matthews has to utilize that length and keep Logan Storley at distance.
With the official introductions, once again, here is Michael C. Williams.
Bellator MMA, presented by Miller Lite, now features tonight's co-main event, 3 5-minute rounds in the welterweight division. Brought to you tonight by Sanford Pentagon, where legends come to play. And now, live on Paramount Network, we introduce the blue corner. At 6 foot, weighing in 169 pounds even. As a professional, he brings 9 wins, 7 defeats. Originally hailing from Rapid City, South Dakota, he fights out of Samar, Philippines, presenting the mercenary, AJ Matthews. And across the cage, his adversary fighting out of the red corner. At 5'9", weighing in 170.2 pounds. As a professional, he's undefeated, 8 victories, no defeats. Hailing from Webster, South Dakota, introducing Logan Storley. In charge of the action, your referee, Jason Herzog.
Okay, fighters gone over the rules in the back. There were no final questions from you, blue. There were no final questions from you, red. If you want to touch gloves, do it now. Come on, ready to fight.
Jason Herzog, our referee. Logan Storley. AJ Matthews. Fight scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds.
First round, fighter, you ready? Fighter, you ready? Fight!
Here we go! Tonight's fight clock brought to you by Miller Lite. Great taste and only 96 calories. Logan Storley in the red gloves. AJ Matthews in the blue gloves. AJ told us he is very comfortable fighting at 170 pounds.
He is. He's always been a very small middleweight, so this is an easy weight for him, and he feels that this is the weight class that he's going to be staying in from now on. Is the All-American Wrestling of Logan Storley. Look at that shift, that change of position, change of level was just outstanding.
Storley with some knees, George St. Pierre style.
And he's taking his time, he's not overextending, he's not working hard from the position he's in. He's making AJ have to carry his weight and be the one that's having to work hard.
Started wrestling at age 5. Logan Storley, the 10th four-time All-American in Minnesota Golden Gophers history.
See, if you look at all those little knees, it looks like, oh, it's just, kneeing him in the thigh. But all those knees will add up in making AJ Matthews slower. If he gets away from Logan Storley, he won't have the same movement.
And trust me when I tell you, he's hitting the exact same spot every single time.
And it hurts.
Storley fans here tonight inside the Sanford Pentagon.
See him grab that ankle and bring AJ Matthews down to the mat. That's what an All-American wrestler has on his side. The ability to change the position of the fight at any moment.
8 fights, 6 finishes by knockout, half guard, or if you're a wrestler, the Turk.
And this is the worst position that AJ can be in because he cannot separate that position by pushing on Logan's head here. He's got nowhere to go. The fence is going to hold him in that position, and Logan's going to be able to open up on him with shots. AJ has got to start to move, get his hand to the ground, start to get himself up.
He's in big trouble.
Yep.
This could be it.
Taking heavy shots. He's trying, though. He's moving.
He's trying. Logan Storley.
You see how he's trying to get his leg back in, get inside. That's why Jason is letting this fight go. Logan Storley is putting the storm right on AJ Matthews right now.
I like what you did there. I caught that. He's trying.
Yeah, what Logan needs to do is, instead of tapping, start bringing power. You bring power, you're going to make the referee stop that fight.
AJ covering up, looking to stand up. Logan Storley's really looking for the finish here.
He's putting a lot of energy out, but what he's hitting him with is not that damaging. It's volume, and I'm not saying it doesn't hurt, but that's what hurts.
Yes.
Go back to the elbow. If he goes back to the elbow, he's going to cause damage. That's what will get this finish.
"90 seconds still remains here in round number 1.
Good swing of the hips. That was a really nice job by Logan Storley to land that shot. That was all about position and opening and then closing it off.
Side control.
Yep. Right now you're going to see, I believe Logan likes to get to mount, especially when he's against the fence. I do not know what he saw. Jason is stopping this fight. It was a timeout. And somehow I think he thinks that there was a knee, possibly a knee to the head of AJ Matthews.
I think that's what it was, John. Let's look at it.
I'm sorry, over here, please, over here.
Yeah, Logan is trying to hit the shoulder, but that knee does touch the head. And this right here, what Jason's going to do is he's going to give time to AJ Matthews. This time will allow AJ to actually recover not from that knee, because that knee didn't really hurt him. It's all of the legal shots that were applied and he got hit with that he now has the opportunity. He can get himself back in the fight and get recovered from all those legal blows.
Take your time, stay in the game. What's up?
Logan had that position, John, and he wasn't looking to knee AJ Matthews in the head, maybe the shoulder. The reality of it is, if he uses the other knee, which is generally the technique, he knees him right in the midsection, which is what we generally see.
That is what we generally see. But you know, Logan did not try to hit him with an illegal knee.
It's instinct.
He is trying to hit him to the shoulder. What you're seeing here is the real question is, I'm telling you, AJ took some big shots legally. That's what hurt him. The shot here, you see the little knee, that little knee inside, that's legal. It's to the body. It's when he brings that left leg inside here, it doesn't hit the shoulder, it hits the head, hits the head and neck area. That is illegal. You cannot knee the head of a grounded fighter.
So what's the process that is going on right now?
So what you have is Jason Herzog has stopped the fight. There is a 5-minute timeout. He has brought in the ringside physician to look at AJ Matthews. It is going to be dependent upon the ringside physician if he's going to allow AJ Matthews to continue in this fight. I'm telling you, AJ is clear and should be allowed to continue in this fight. A lot of it depends on what he is saying to the ringside physician, because many times a fighter will come in, he will be overwhelmed by another fighter and go, I don't think I can win this fight, and will actually try to get himself out of the fight by saying, I'm dizzy. That is when the ringside physician will then say, I'm going to stop the fight. But you see what AJ Matthews is as a fighter. He is saying, oh, no, no. Yeah, you got me, but I'm going to try to get mine. That's what I love about that guy.
Add to that 100 people from Rapid City and around the state here tonight, and the battle continues.
And like I said, he got to recover from all of those shots, and he gets to get back to his feet, which is where he wants to be. So he gained a lot, even though Jason Herzog didn't take a point. He did penalize Logan Storley.
So, and that's what I was just going to say as we go to referee Big John McCarthy.
Nice job. Nice, beautiful job by Logan Storley.
Now he's looking to choke him out. Can he get a submission finish here?
Oh, he needs to be careful about not letting that position change. Right now, he's not applying that much pressure. Exactly what I'm saying. He knew that he didn't have that, so let me get good position and go back to trying to beat AJ down.
AJ Matthews still trying, even with that, pause in the action, if you will, trying to survive the first 5 minutes of this fight.
And that's part of what you've got to do against a guy that wrestles the way that Logan Storley does.
And he does. Tonight's Corner Cam is brought to you by Boost Mobile. Get the best value in national prepaid wireless. Easy to switch, easy to save.
Look up. Take some water.
push him back. He's going after any shot. He's going just straight forward after any shot. He got high and low, a 1-7-3 or a 2 left knee. Don't stay. Any disengagement, move to one way or the other. You don't have to stay in front of him. But I need a knee behind the punch. Jab right knee, 2 left knee. Either or.
Eric Del Fiero, Pat Cummins in the corner of AJ Matthews.
Takes you down, I want you facing on his face. Fuck with him.
Hey,
Fuck with him the whole time.
if we get stuck every now and then and we have to go to guard, we go to guard and we fucking hit him with the elbow. I need those knees, 2 left knees.
Believe it.
Round 1 went about as well as it could, minus the stoppage because of the illegal knee for Logan Storley.
You couldn't get much better. That is a 10-8 round for Logan Storley.
And again, a good point is that a point was not deducted from Logan Storley because it was an unintentional strike to the head. And obviously AJ coming out looking to utilize his striking, and right back down on his back he goes. There's the knees to the midsection.
And you see he keeps on using the same leg now.
Yep.
He's learned from that. And look at that's what happens. You're not trying to foul your opponent.
No question.
You're trying to damage your opponent. You're trying to come up with ways, and then one goes sliding past that shoulder that you're thinking about kneeing, and it hits him to the head. It's these positions right here. You see he's setting up an arm triangle on him right now. These are the positions that Logan Storley needs to now finish. Get your finish off of it. He's got to come up on that other side, but he's got his head in place. That's why AJ Matthews got his arm underneath.
8-0, 6 wins by knockout, 2 by decision, none by submission yet for Storm Logan Storley. Round 2 of our co-main event.
It's so hard to describe to people that have never grappled with someone that has the grappling pedigree of a Logan Storley, how much pressure they can create with the ground and their body against you. They feel like they're 500 pounds. It feels like you can hardly move. And right now, he's still going after. He's trying to set up submissions, which I like to see from Logan Storley. That training that he's been doing is starting to have an effect on his performance.
And that training has now been adding a strength and conditioning element. His coach, Mike Barwis, who was at West Virginia, Michigan with the New York Mets, working with his nutrition, his flexibility, 3 times a week, his conditioning. Logan told us it's made a big difference on his cardio. He feels like he will finish Matthews on the ground, but he really talked extensively to us earlier in the week, John, about adding strength and conditioning to his regiment in South Florida.
Well, that's strength and conditioning. That's the gas in the gas tank. And if you have a full tank of gas and you have the ability to control the fight, you're the one controlling the pace. You don't get tired.
I mean, and he is keeping a high pace going right now, midway point of this fight.
He is stepping over, trying to get to him out, but realizing it's not there. Here he starts opening up.
Wrestling still the best base discipline for MMA. It's a good point. Well, got a lot of guys who've sat next to me who would agree with that.
You know what? You need everything. Obviously, wrestling is something you need in MMA. Submission game through jiu-jitsu or catch wrestling is something you need. Striking is something you need. You cannot be someone that has a hole in your game and survive in MMA today.
But if you had to pick one and put it first, what would you pick?
Well, the one thing I'll give wrestling is it teaches someone how to put up with difficult and uncomfortable situations. It is a grind, and if you can get through the grind of wrestling, you're a tough person.
Embrace the grind, dictate where the fight takes place, looking for the mount. And once again, a barrage of ground and pound by Storley.
You got to be very impressed with what Logan Storley is bringing to this fight. He has been putting a whooping on AJ Matthews, and he is not stopping.
These are big shots.
They are. Big elbow right there, Mike. You know that elbow coming down with all that weight, that hurts.
Yeah, AJ's in big trouble.
He is in deep trouble.
This could be it. Jason Herzog right on top of the action.
Yeah. He's trying to get
it is all over. Logan Storley finishes AJ Matthews here in his home state of South Dakota.
Look at the change of levels there, Mike. He gets up underneath him. That is what an elite wrestler does. He changes levels so fast, you cannot stop what he does. Look at the heavy elbow strikes. Those are hurting. Logan Storley is opening up, going after AJ. AJ is doing nothing but trying to defend those shots. He can't stop them, and that's why Jason Herzog finally comes in and puts an end to this contest.
And when they stood up after the fight, Logan Storley said to AJ Matthews, "I'm sorry." Yeah, that's the respect these men have for each other. Our official decision is coming up next.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Jason Herzog steps in, waves off the contest officially. 3 minutes, 56 seconds into round number 2 for the winner by TKO, still undefeated, Logan Storley.
There is Big John McCarthy with the storm.
Congratulations, Logan Storley. That is the best performance you have ever had in a cage. It was an outstanding display of not only your progression as a fighter, but your conditioning as a fighter, because you were putting a beat down on him and continued without stopping.
Yeah, you know, I've really went back and watched the last 2 fights and looked on how to go about doing more damage. We worked on it the whole camp. I got to the rear naked, couldn't finish it. I got to my elbows, and I just did a lot of damage. And I spent the last 8 weeks every single day getting ready for this situation right now, walking out in front of my home state of South Dakota. Thank you for coming out and putting on a show like that. And they deserve that, and I want to give it to them tonight.
Let's talk about what happened. There was a knee that you threw. I know you were trying to hit the shoulder. How much respect do you have for AJ Matthews that he didn't try to get himself out of that fight? He came back and put himself back in here against you without trying to just cop out on saying that that hurt him.
Yeah, you know, I thought it was over. You know, I thought he was going to be done. And I have to give all the credit in the world to AJ for coming back and going in, you know, continuing to fight. And, you know, I messed up. I was going for the shoulder, hit the head. But congrats to AJ for continuing to fight, because, you know, he did a manly thing by doing that. He didn't run from it. He got back up and fought.
Exactly. Well, I want to tell you, congratulations on the most impressive performance I have ever seen you in. Ladies and gentlemen, your winner, Logan Storley.